Okay, check it out. Here we go then. Miso soup. Super freaking yummy, super delicious, super lovely. Hardly any ingredients. And oh my god, it's freaking awesome. Let's go and make it right now. Come on. Check it out. Here we go. Here's the main ingredient of the miso soup. The star of the show. The miso paste. Now I know what you're thinking, it's friggin' soybeans. On keto, soy, you can't do that. It's not too bad, okay, this guys. It is a little bit on the higher carbohydrate side, but you're not gonna have tons and tons of this. So a little bit will go a long way. It's got a really pungent flavor. And another added bonus, because miso has been fermented, it's really good for your gut biome, okay? So all your gut health, miso paste is really good for you. So that is one reason to use a miso paste. It tastes freaking delicious, good for your gut biome, but is a little bit on the carbohydrate. It is a little bit on the carbohydrate side, so be wary of that. But a little bit here and there is not gonna freaking kill you. So check it out, miso paste. For our next ingredient, we have tofu. Now, I know what you're thinking, tofu on keto, is that okay? Now, some people worry about like the phytoestrogen count in like soy products and that, but it's not too bad on tofu and that. And the carbohydrates are pretty low as well compared to eating the soybean as it normally comes on its own beanie self. There's the silken variety, it's a soft version, and it's incredibly low on the carbohydrates. This one is only 6 grams for the entire pack, and it's nearly 300 grams in here, so pretty friggin' low. And tofu is absolutely amazing on its mineral content. There are absolutely tons of minerals in here. It's all jam-packed with copper, you've got iron, phosphorus, manganese, selenium, absolutely amazing amount on there. And yeah, that is just one of the reasons why you should incorporate tofu now and again into your diet. Wakame, left, right, left, wakame. Wakame. Oh dear, I don't know. So wakame is a type of seaweed, absolutely friggin' delicious. As you can see, this one is dried, and just a little bit of this as well goes a long way as well. So a couple of these pieces, that will just like expand to a massive amount of seaweed. So you're only going to need around about probably about 5 grams of this, and it will give you a decent amount in your actual soup. And yeah, I know you're thinking some people are a bit like, oh, seaweed and that, but this is not really a strong seaweedy flavour. It just gives a really nice background and blend to the whole soup and that. So really nice to have this in your miso. And another good thing as well with seaweed, it's really good for your thyroid thyroid health. Okay, so yeah, good for your thyroid as well. I think it tastes friggin' lovely. So focus. There you go then. Wakame. Focus! Goddamn friggin' camera. And if you're having trouble getting wakame seaweed, you could substitute it with nori. Nori is another type of seaweed which you normally use for making like your sushi and whatnot. But you could cut it into like strips. It comes in like a square sheet, obviously, for rolling up the sushi. But cut it into thin strips and that, and you could use it as a replacement if you can't find a wakame. But wakame is generally much better. Okay, and the last of the main sort of miso ingredients is katsubushi. Katsubushi. Bushy cats. Katsubushi. Oh dear. Anyway, katsubushi, or as it's normally referred to in the English world, is bonito flakes. Check these out. Bonito flakes, absolutely amazing. It's like a type of tuna, and they dry it. It's absolutely incredibly hard. I think it's actually the hardest hardest food in the Guinness Book of World Records, which is these flakes. And it comes in a massive block when they like dry it, and then they like use like a shaver, and they shave the thing and get all of these flakes. These are absolutely amazing. You use this a lot in Japanese cooking. It's really nice, sprinkling on top of like loads of different dishes and that. I've got some more coming soon. Stay tuned for that. But yeah. When you make the miso broth, it's a good idea to get some of these, and you're just going to sprinkle them into a pot of boiling water, like brew it like a freaking tea, then just strain it out, and then add your miso paste. So you might have trouble getting some of these depending on where in the world you live, and they can be a little bit expensive. So some miso pastes like this one I've got here actually comes with the stock mixed in with the miso paste, so you don't have to bother using that. So yeah, the choice is there if you want to, or if you want to add extra bonito-iness to your miso, you can. And the one thing about this is a much lower carb, so you could strengthen it up your miso with this and then add slightly less on the miso paste. So anyway, just adjust it for how you want it, okay? So all of these So all of this cooking is just an idea for you, okay? Just adjust everything how you want the recipe. So there you go then, that is the main ingredients. I thought I'd give you a little bit of information on the stuff that you might normally find. I hope you found it useful. And the other ingredients we're going to use for our miso soup as well, nothing out of the ordinary. We've got some spring onions. They're absolutely amazing as well, gives a lovely fresh flavour to the soup. And I'm going to add in some of these mushrooms, enoki mushrooms. I love enoki mushrooms. They go really well with miso. They're like the long sort of thin ones. It's really, really nice. So if you can't get these, just add another one in or just omit them. It's up to you. Anyway, there's our 5 ingredients for the miso soup. Like I said, super friggin' easy, hardly any ingredients. So that's enough waffle now. Let's go to the kitchen and start miso soup making. Yeah. Okay, check it out, guys. Here we go then. We've got our enoki mushrooms, our green onions, our wakame, and some dried wakame here. We've got the tofu, obviously silken tofu, soft tofu. And we've got our star of the show, the miso paste. And you may or may not need it, up to you, and depending on the type of miso, like I said, bonito flakes as well. So there you go, simple ingredients. Let's get cooking. Just gonna heat up that little drop of water. I don't know, probably got around about 800, well, 1,000 ml of water in there. Okay, so here's the mushrooms we're using in the miso. We've got the enoki mushrooms, which are much better, I think, for like this type of dish than your normal, regular type of mushrooms you get that you have for your English breakfast. So check out these, absolutely awesome. They give like a nice noodly effect. You don't have to use these in your miso soup, but I really like having them in there because it a nice texture and whatnot. So we're just gonna fray them off like so. Bosh, there we go then. Then obviously we got our spring onions. Just going to give them a little chop. Now if you want to reduce the carbs a little bit, you can get rid of the bottoms, because that's where the main carbohydrate is. And if you get the longer, just get the green part, okay, and then just chop up the green part and use that if you want to reduce the carbs. Like I say, it's not too many carbs anyway, I'm not too bothered, but the choice is there if you want to. Look at that, whoosh, so simple. So just going to start then by adding in the enoki mushrooms. Just lob them in there while it starts to boil. Add in some of that wakame now. Wakame! Now it does expand quite a bit, so be wary of that. There we go, I think that'll do. Okay, here we go then. Here's our miso paste and that. Like I say, it's already got the dashi stock in it, so don't need to make it with the bonito flakes, the katabushi. So just going to put a dollop in like so. I've probably got around about 30 grams. I'm just putting in the bottoms in now. Okay guys, now with the tofu, okay, just be careful as you open it. It's full of liquid in the pot. Just squeeze that out in the sink. Okay, because this is silken tofu, it's super soft, okay, so be wary when you do this, okay, so flids, mongs, children, be careful. You want to put it into your hands like so, okay, like this, and then cut it like so. Okay, so make sure you don't use a sharp knife. Just like that. Now we're just going to add that now into the miso soup. Be very careful, it's super fragile. You do not want to mix it around loads because it's going to just break it to pieces. So be very careful. Just put it in lightly like so. And we're just going to let that heat through a little bit. So that's warmed through nicely there. Just going to finish it off with the green parts. And boosh, we are done. Check out that. Well, like I said, it's very delicate and soft, so be careful and just take your bowl and just dish it up. And there we go, guys. Check out that. Absolutely awesome. Okay, let's put it to the taste test. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's so friggin' lovely. Absolutely friggin' love miso. So yeah, just got such a twang, pungent flavour from the miso paste, and the seaweed is not overpoweringly seaweedy, but it just gives it a nice background taste and that. And I love it with the mushrooms as well. Give it a bit more texture in that. The silken tofu is just so soft. It's unbelievable. Look at that. It just breaks apart when you push it. So freaking soft. Okay, there you go then. Super quick and easy. Super delicious. Amazing recipe. Yeah, there you go then. Freaking easy to do. Doesn't take more than a few minutes, and hardly any ingredients. I'd say this whole bowl is around about 8 grams of carbs, 7 grams of carbs. I'll put the macros up here. And yeah, there you go then. Hope you enjoyed the miso soup. And stay tuned for some more recipes coming soon. And yeah, make sure you like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. And yeah, take care. Stay cool. Yeah. Okay, guys. Okay, here we go then. Starting off with the one of the. Make sure you get a silken There's quite a few different varieties. There's like soft tofu, hard tofu. Okay, there's not that many varieties, but we have our miso. No, we don't. It's not miso. It's freaking tofu. We have our. I keep calling it freaking miso. Tofu right here. Okay. Now you must make. Now it's fucking blurry. Yo, what's up, guys? Check it out. Here we go. Then we have to start off. Kind of different like textures and that, and different. I don't know the way I'm describing it. So you must get supermarkets or Chinese stop Chinese stops. Yo, what's up? Our next ingredient is wakame. Getting hot. Yo, what's up, guys? It is a wakame. Oh bloody hell! What happened there? Wakame. Wakame, you wakame, I waka you. Don't wakame. Oh my god, you gotta love the cheesy jokes. Katsubushi, bushy cats. Katsubushi. You may. Okay, next ingredient is